Film historians have made two major criticisms or critiques of Depression era filmmakers. So here, we're talking about what other people have said, right? This is opinion of others going on here, what we're getting ready to talk about. And so these film historians critiques is first, that they were too uncritical of the economic status quo, and second, that they self-indulgently created films reflecting their own dreams and desires. So they're just being selfish. However, these filmmakers made their movies with an eye to profit, and so they provided what their audiences most wanted in a film, a chance to imagine being wealthy enough not to have a care in the world. Thus, the second criticism cannot be accurate. So our conclusion here is this last sentence. The second criticism cannot be accurate. And so what I did automatically as soon as I read that and found my conclusion is I went and read the second criticism again. I'm like, okay, what was our second criticism? And it's that they self-indulgently created films reflecting their own dreams and desires. And so if that isn't accurate, we're trying to prove that that isn't accurate. So what could we say that would guarantee that they weren't self-indulgently or they didn't reflect their own dreams and desires? So what prediction, Lauren, what was your prediction here?
My prediction was that, what did I predict? It was connecting the self-indulgence and the audience, that they were giving the audience what they wanted.
Okay, do you think that's a good, yeah, no, exactly. Like you can't be like, if you're doing something for what people want, it's not self-indulgent. Excellent. All right, so let's go through our answer choices. So who had A?
I did, and I said that it's wrong because we don't care about number one, avoiding self-indulgence, and then number two, this should allow audience to form their own personal aspirations. The stimulus said that they gave the audience what they wanted, so it's kind of not right.
Yeah, this doesn't guarantee that they cannot be, that doesn't guarantee that that second criticism isn't true. They could still be self-indulgent. Like, we don't know if they took a critical stance or not. Excellent. All right, what about B?
B deals with like the first criticism, not the second criticism, so I immediately crossed it out.
Yeah, excellent. All right, what about C?
I kind of did the same thing for C. It dealt with the first criticism instead of the second.
Yeah, and just because they're likely to have been most satisfied, that doesn't even mean that they're satisfied, right? Like they're just most satisfied. And two, it is dealing with the economic status quo. Excellent. What about D?
That's me. I didn't like this one because it's talking about the current economic and political issues, which is the first issue, versus the conclusions talking about the second criticism.
Awesome. And then who wants to explain why C or E is correct?
I will.
Awesome.
Well, my prediction finally came true. My prediction was, even though they made a profit, they weren't necessarily indulgent. So that went right there. It cannot be self-indulgent for a filmmaker to give an audience what he wants. So, I mean, kind of not. But anyway, it was my prediction.
What you're saying is, if you give the audience what they want,
You can still make a profit.
it cannot be self-indulgent.
Yep.
So
No.
If it is self-indulgent, that means that you didn't give the audience what you want. Well, we know that we gave the audience what we want, so it can't be self-indulgent. So this proves that this second criticism cannot be true. Fabulous.